Welcome to the greenbusinessowner.com online broadcast of an excerpt of week 1 of our greenbusinessowner.com workshop level 1, Planting the Seed. The agenda for this particular workshop is to look at green entrepreneurship, insight and inspiration. Is social entrepreneurship right for you? Personal and professional success and sanity habits, and connecting your mission to your customers' values. We'd like to invite everyone to join us for our office hours, free to the public, every first Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 to 6 Pacific Time, where we try to answer everyone's questions in the order in which they come in and try and act as a sounding board for mission-driven entrepreneurs. It's sort of like car talk for the green business owner. Join us at the next one, and please mark your calendar for every first Wednesday and come join us. Registration information is on our website at www.greenbusinessowner.com, right on the front main page. I want to give you some facts about entrepreneurship. You hear a lot of good things, and you do hear some scary things as well about entrepreneurship. And some of these things excite people or scare them off from starting a business. Here's just a few of the facts that I've kind of pulled from SCORE's website and the U.S. Small Business Administration website. Entrepreneurship is the #1 path to building wealth in the United States. Not real estate, not striking oil, not investing well. Starting a business, making it succeed, is the #1 path to building wealth for individuals in the United States. There are 30 million small businesses in the U.S. There are disproportionate job creation statistics that come out of this. I'm not going to go into them because numbers vary from website to website. But in essence, most of the job creation we've seen in this country over the last 30 years has happened in the small business community. After 2 years, 70% of businesses that start are still in business, and after 5 years, 50% are still in business. And two of the fastest growing segments of entrepreneurship are women and minority-owned businesses. Now let's get some facts about sustainability. This is obviously the great crossroads that we've all come to be here for and to learn about. In essence, what we're talking about here is the meld between the mission and the business. And so this is Mission-Driven Business 101. Here's some facts about sustainability in business. Despite the recession, venture capital investments still keep rising. They dropped off from 2008 to 2009 in pure dollar amounts very, very minorly, even during the midst of a massive recession, but the number of venture capital deals actually went up during that time. As far as the number of patents that are filed with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, clean tech surpassed biotech and information technology in 2008 as the #1 filed patent type. During the recession, renewable energy across the board was up 9%. 43% of companies report in their annual statements they're planning to increase this year their environmental health and safety spending, which is a critical measure of how the economy is moving. The number of LEED accredited professionals, this is a green building certification, was up almost 100% from 70-some thousand to 130,000 in 2009. And that is an amazing thing because that is an extremely difficult exam, and to have that many people pass it, be passionate about it, and take it is inspiring. Organic food, of course, was in double-digit growth for a long time, well over 20% many, many years in a row. Even during the recession, it was up 9%. And these facts are from the recently released State of the Green Economy that greenbiz.com puts out. It's a white paper that I'd encourage you to go to. It's a 70-page white paper that you can download from their website. So what we're basically positing here today is that the confluence of these two things, sustainable trends and entrepreneurship, creates a wonderful opportunity for you. And so how can we leverage these things together, put them together, and create opportunities for you to build wealth, to build the kind of lifestyle that you want, to build the business that you want, and to accomplish a mission that you can be proud of and that helps you leave the world a better place than you found it. And if you can't read this comic, this is one of my favorites. The idea is there's a guy standing there at the climate change conference. He's giving a little bit of a talk. Behind him, he's got bullet points on the board that say energy independence, preserving rainforests, sustainability, green jobs, livable cities, renewables, clean water, clean air, healthy children, etc., etc. And there's a naysayer in the audience that stands up and says, what if it's all a big hoax and we create a better world all for nothing? Well, that's basically how we feel about green entrepreneurship. Even if we are barking up the wrong tree scientifically, which we are not, it doesn't really matter. Let's get going. There are so many other fantastic benefits to the green economy from green entrepreneurship. And with that said, it gives me fantastic pleasure to introduce one of my own personal heroes, someone whose career I've followed for many years. From the first time I started a business when I was 24, I could look to Mr. Jeffrey Hollender, who had started Seventh Generation with a co-founder, and ran the company as its CEO for many years. Mr. Hollender is the author of The Responsibility Revolution and most recently Planet Home, the book that's pictured there. He helped co-found the American Sustainable Business Council, which now has over 65,000 member businesses across America, showing the large political will that exists in the business community to push the sustainability agenda forward, and which is also growing as an answer to the anti-progress U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which has for a long time been a lobbying group that has lobbied against progressive policies like renewable energy development, organic foods, energy efficiency, consumer protection laws. You can take a look at Jeff's website at www.jeffreyhollender.com, and you can also take a look at the American Sustainable Business Council website at www.asbcouncil.org. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Hollender. Mr. Hollender, welcome. Could you potentially start with giving us some insight into Seventh Generation, your history, give us some ideas of what's going on in the green economy, your kind of thoughts on the green economy, and kind of go from there, kind of provide some insight and some inspiration to these folks.
Seventh Generation was in many respects quite a significant financial success, but I think equally importantly, the goal of Seventh Generation was really to define a new way to do business, to define new possibilities and new standards in ethical and sustainable corporate behavior, in employee ownership, in pay equity. I always had a cap on my salary that was 17 times what the lowest paid person earned. We also attempted to be pioneers in transparency. So when I reflect back on the time I spent at Seventh Generation, it was as much about what we were accomplishing and defining how we could run a business differently as it was about the products that we sold. And to give you just some more context, I mean, I am probably a lifelong entrepreneur. I've started 3 different businesses. I had a publishing company that I sold to Warner Publishing when I was 28. And I have the honor of being a college dropout. I left school after 18 months to start my first business, which was a continuing education company. So in terms of the business case for starting a sustainable business today, many people focus on the environmental aspect of sustainable or social enterprise. And in fact, there are many additional benefits and competitive advantages. They range from the ability to attract and retain the best talent. You are at a competitive advantage in attracting and keeping the best people because those people want to work for responsible businesses. I think sustainable and responsible businesses can develop much deeper and more authentic relationships with their customers. Customers are incredibly cynical about business. There was an Edelman survey that came out in December of last year, 2010, and it showed some of the highest rates of dissatisfaction and cynicism of business that they've ever recorded. Those can be counteracted by being a responsible, sustainable business. They also are the best ways to protect your reputation. The average value of your reputation, your intangible asset, according to Fortune magazine today, is about 75% of a business's average value. And being sustainable and responsible also can translate into reduced risk, reduced costs in terms of healthcare and insurance.
The interview with Mr. Jeffrey Hollender continues in part 2 of this video recording and should be located directly beneath the one where you just found this one on our blog article at greenbusinessowner.com. If you have any questions or need more information, need to find the second video, don't hesitate to contact us at info@greenbusinessowner.com, and we'll try and set you up with it. Thanks, enjoy part 2, and we look forward to seeing you at the next open house.